I want to retain all rights. I don't want to waive any rights.
And that's not really how it works.
Part 3 of a multi-part series featuring Rockingham County, North Carolina. Mike hired attorney Graham Holt for the district court charges in both Guilford and Rockingham counties. Like most attorneys, Mr. Holt was grossly ignorant of the Americans with Disabilities Act and how to advocate for Mike to receive equal access and due process. Mike continued to study the ADA and relevant disability rights case laws. Mike made the ADA request to be able to attend court with his assistive devices. First, the DAC via phone, then prosecutor Stephanie Reese in person illegally and improperly denied Mike's ADA request.
Okay, hello?
Hello, this is Vicki. I'm from the Rockingham County Courthouse.
Yeah,
You had called?
I did.
Yes, can I help you?
Yeah, I was directed to you by Deborah. She said that you can assist with processing a request for reasonable modification for effective communication under the ADA.
Yes, our policy is that has to be in writing, and it can be actually mailed to the courthouse or to the judge's office.
Okay.
And that request has to be in writing, and the presiding judge will actually make the call. So in the request, just put what you're requesting and what type of an equipment.
Yeah.
And we'll be happy to help you assist.
Okay, can you help do that right now for me?
Sure.
All right. Just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. I just need, if you've got someone there that can write the address down.
Oh no, I'm gonna do the request on the phone, and if you could write the request down and submit that for me, that'd be great.
Oh, actually, it has to be from you and your request. So you could do it, or you could get someone to do it on behalf of you, and just mail it in.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now. Like, I was told today that I'm expected there tomorrow, so I don't have time to mail it in. But I can do it on the phone. That's under the ADA. You can assist me because I can't see to write, so I actually can't write it up for you.
Okay. Do you have an attorney that represents you?
How is that relevant to the ADA request?
If you need assistance and he's with you tomorrow, we can ask for continuance, and he could write it on behalf so we can present it to the judge.
Well, we're trying to get it dismissed. Like, there's no case really to go forward.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we're trying to do. But if they're saying I have to be there tomorrow, I'm acting in good faith, trying to get access to the court. And I was informed today that you guys want me there tomorrow. I called to find out if you had any electronics ban, and I think Deborah said you do. So I'm trying to submit a request. I actually requested to her. She's listed as the ADA coordinator for you guys at the Rockingham County Courthouse, according to the AOC. So I already made a verbal request to her, and I'm making one to you. If you want to transcribe it, if you want to write it down, if that's your policy, then that's fine. Like, I can dictate for you. But
well, I'm actually not there at the courthouse. I'm at home. I'm teleworking, at the present time. I will be there tomorrow, and I can certainly take and speak with your attorney. And then we can move forward from there, because it's actually Chief District Court Judge and Superior Court Judge actually has an order that it has to be written and presented on behalf of you or anybody else that's seeking anything. I can't do it for you. That's the reason why I was asking if your attorney was going to be present. Then he could certainly write it and present it tomorrow, and we could get a continuance to allow time for the presiding judge to make the ruling on it. I don't know what equipment you're trying to bring in.
Yeah, I have a few different assistive devices that record to help me with my memory and with communication, with navigation. And,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, that's why, again, the bailiff would be there that would be able to assist you with what is allowed and what's not, as well as give you a copy of what the order is.
Okay. Well, who are you? Maybe I'm confused. Are you the ADA coordinator for the Rockingham County Courthouse?
I am. I was just given that title just a few months ago.
Okay.
It used to be Mark Pigram
Right.
by Clark Court,
Right.
as well as Deborah.
Okay. All right. Well,
Okay.
so then.
Well, it was nice talking with you, and I look forward to hearing from you tomorrow.
Okay. I'm still trying to make the request right now for you to transcribe for me. I'm making the request for accommodation right now that I can dictate it because I can't write it on a piece of paper to bring tomorrow. So are you able to do that for me to accommodate that request?
Once again, you can do that with your attorney.
Okay, so that's a no then. I just want to make sure that you're refusing my request for reasonable modification right now.
Mr. Nelson, I see this is the first time you've been to court on this particular charge, so we have to make a decision about what you'd like to do about an attorney. You have the right to ask for a court-appointed attorney, you have the right to hire an attorney, or you have the right to represent yourself. Do you know what you'd like to do?
Yeah, I have a hired attorney already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Normally I'd have you fill this out, Mr. Nelson. Is that something you're able to do?
What is it?
It's a waiver of court-appointed attorney.
Oh, no, I can't read to verify what that is, so I can't.
Okay. Do you have somebody here to help you?
She can if I need her to do something, but I currently don't want to waive any rights.
Well, unfortunately, you have to make that particular decision today. If I can show you what the form is, I'm going to send it up with you, and the judge can go over it with you. If your wife would like to look at it.
I can't see it. So, do you have it? Do you have an accessible format?
As in, do you have one that's in Braille?
Or anything in a digital format that I can use my screen reader to read?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Well, then I request that you make that modification for me under the Title II of the ADA for reasonable accommodation modification for effective communication.
The judge will be able to do that by going over each part of the form with you and then asking you specifically the questions on this particular form. And then he will go over it with you. All right?
Okay. Do you know what time am I expected inside?
We can take you up right now.
Okay.
Since if you are asking to waive court-appointed attorney and you're going to hire your own attorney, we can go through all that paperwork now.
No, I'm not asking to waive anything. I want to retain all rights. I don't want to waive any rights.
And that's not really how it works. And if you have a problem with that, you can also address that with the judge when you're inside.
Okay. Who are you?
One of the DAs.
Okay. What's your name?
Not important.
Okay. So I don't have the right to know who I'm talking with?
I don't know, do you? Take this on up with him. Now, let me ask you, we're not allowing anybody to go up in the courtroom unless they need special assistance. Okay. Or they are underage.
Okay.
Do you need somebody to assist you?
As long as I can use my assistive devices, then no. Do I have... Because I made a request yesterday through Vicky for the use of assistive devices.
Assistive devices?
I'm sorry, say it again.
What are your assistive devices?
My cane, my phone, my camera, my scarf, my hat, my audio recorder. I've got batteries for all these devices in case they die.
Your hat?
Yeah.
We have a policy that's been in effect for some time. We do not allow cameras or other recording devices into the courthouse. I believe they have modified that policy recently, but you can make a formal request.
I did so yesterday with Vicky.
And do you have a written order from the judge allowing you to be able to bypass those regulations?
No, it's Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act, federal law, that says that I can make that request, and for you guys to deny it, it has to be a director, which would be the administrative level. I'm assuming a judge has to put it in writing of why you can't accommodate or modify due to it being an undue burden. And I haven't received such notice, so I'm assuming you're going to honor disability rights today.
Sir, I hate to break this to you.
Okay.
Not handling any of your civil claims. You'll have to handle it through the civil department. I can only tell you what our regulations are.
Hi. Okay.
Hey,
Hey, Mr. Holt, how are you?
good. It's my client.
So,
What's going on?
just trying to clarify if you're going to allow me access to the court today with my assistive devices or not, and I haven't got an answer yet.
I explained that all of his other devices would be fine, but that regulations do not allow recording devices into the courthouse without a written judge's order.
Okay.
I would have his waiver ready to go up and have him addressed in the court if he's ready to go.
Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
He'd have his waiver ready to go to be addressed in front of the court if he's ready to go.
Okay. Let me talk to him about that, the waiver thing. There's one down here?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Let's.
Yeah, I'm prepared to go. I just, I mean, I'm not waiving any rights, so I'm not gonna go in without my assistive devices. If you guys don't want to allow me equal access to the court, that's your decision to refuse me access. But I'm here acting in good faith just to go before the judge. But if you're determining that I can't do that, you're not allowing me access, that's your decision, not mine. Just want to be clear for the record.
All right. So I'm gonna go in and I'll address it with the judge. Sound good?
They'll
Okay.
have to stay outside. They're not allowed to bring in their cameras.
Okay.
If they choose to not bring in their cameras, they will of course be allowed to.
Right. Thank you.
Okay.
So, all right. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
Mr. Holt was permitted into the courthouse for first appearance, but Mike was not. The prosecutor asked the judge to issue a failure to appear warrant for Mike, who was waiting outside the courthouse. Thankfully, the judge declined to do so. They continued the case, and Mike submitted his ADA request in writing via emails. District Court Judge Chris Freeman illegally and improperly denied Mike's requests. Freeman further violated Mike's rights by issuing an order threatening to hold Mike in contempt should he dare to attend court with his assistive devices. See 42 U.S.C. 12203. Prohibition against retaliation and coercion. A. Retaliation. No person shall discriminate against any individual because such individual has opposed any act or practice made unlawful by this chapter, or because such individual made a charge, testified, assisted, or participated in any manner in an investigation, proceeding, or hearing under this chapter. B. Interference, coercion, or intimidation. It shall be unlawful to coerce, intimidate, threaten, or interfere with any individual in the exercise or enjoyment of, or on account of his or her having exercised or enjoyed, or on account of his or her having aided or encouraged any other individual in the exercise or enjoyment of any right granted or protected by this chapter. Mike pointed out Chris Freeman's illegal actions in a video on this channel. In response to his crimes being exposed, Freeman called a chamber meeting with Attorney Holt and the prosecutor. Freeman informed Holt that he was angered by the media coverage of his actions. Holt informed the court that he wasn't assisting Mike with matters related to the ADA and equal access to the court. Mike emailed Freeman asking for clarification and to come to a resolution on the ADA request prior to court. Freeman didn't respond to Mike. So Mike went to court on October 6, 2020, for the district court trial. There were several sheriff deputies posted outside the front doors to the Rockingham County courthouse. The deputies allowed Attorney Holt inside, then quickly closed the door in Mike's face.
They all leave our stuff, obviously.
I said I use my devices as assistive technology, so I need them in daily life to be a functional member of society. So I'm demanding equal access to the courts.
Right. Did you get whatever the judge approved for you to bring in?
Whatever the judge is saying is contrary to the Constitution and the Americans with
I'm just
Disabilities
asking,
Act.
did you get it?
It's a simple yes or no question.
I'm telling you, I want equal access to the courts, so either you're going to let me in or you're not going to let me in.
Well, what I'm saying is, we can assist you with what you need.
But that's not what the ADA says.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to him.
Okay, right. But I'm not required to accept whatever you're offering as assistance.
Okay, well, if you refuse
According to federal law.
go in without your devices, then That's
No,
on you.
I want to go in. I want equal access. If you're saying I cannot go in,
attorney,
You
that's
talk to
why
your
he's
attorney.
here.
That's why
no.
he's here.
That's why
Are you
Attorney
stopping
attorney's
me?
right there.
No, he's here to help me with
We
criminal
have
matters.
nothing else to say. There's your attorney.
Okay, so are you going to allow me access to the courts?
They're clearly not gonna let you in with your stuff on.
All right, so you're not going to allow me access to the courts right now. I have a court date. I'm here acting in good faith to do the business of the court.
We're
Can I
going
get
to
your
allow
name?
you in without your devices.
Okay,
If we had a
what's your name?
prosthetic leg, would he have to leave it out here?
Hold on, guys. What's your name?
Who you asking?
You.
I'm Sergeant Doom.
Doom? Okay.
Doom.
And the other?
D-O-O-M.
Doom. All right.
Mike, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go into the courtroom.
Okay.
Because it's 9:05.
All right.
See what's going on in there.
All right, cool. I'm still trying to get access.
Sir, at this point, they can talk to you.
So the-
We're not
this is
responding to
how it's
anything they say unless you're out of here.
Treats,
Okay.
All right.
You're not going to
So you're physically not letting me in.
Mike asked for clarification and explained again that his devices are assistive devices and that he needs them to mitigate his disabilities. But deputies Doom, Long, Gibbs, and Moore physically prevented Mike from entering the courthouse and attending court. A few minutes later, Captain Bullens, accompanied by at least 3 other deputies, came out and kidnapped Mike on the courthouse steps at the order of Judge Grogan.
Hey, guys. For what? Okay. Deputies are preventing me from appearing. So I'm still here intending to appear before the court. So I've been denied access. I'm here to do the business of the court, acting in good faith. So if you want to arrest me because I'm at court, then that's on you. But I'm here to do the business of the court. I'm here to go to court.
Okay.
We want to know if going in naked is an option. Can he go in naked as an option?
What's the Nazi?
Can he go in his
Man.
Breaking the oath and breaking the Constitution. The first oath they took is to protect our
One of
Constitution.
the biggest lawsuits y'all getting ready to have, guys.
All these people
Are you stripping him of all of it? But that's okay for carry? Like an old-fashioned blind man?
Dirty leg, but I have to leave it out here.
What if he was in a wheelchair?
Shame!
Shame on the Nazis! This is the Nazis! Shame on the Nazis! This is Nazi!
Shame!
Shame on y'all!
Honoring KKK right there.
Oh, wait!
You're not supposed to have video devices inside. If it's a law, y'all can't do it either.
Every one of you lost.
Instead of taking Mike before the judge, the deputies again took Mike to their dungeon and again tossed Mike into the brightly lit isolation cell. Although they permitted Mike to have his hat, glasses, and cane, the lights were still too much, and Mike again suffered another migraine. Mike tried hiding from the intense overhead light by leaning the plastic mattress holder against the cell bench, creating some shelter from the light. The next day, Mike was barely able to move or speak due to the lighting conditions and subsequent migraine. The judge held court remotely via computer, disregarding Mike's condition of laying on the ground under the improvised shelter. Attorney Holt objected on the grounds of Mike's condition. The judge asked the jailer what was going on, and the jailer lied and told the judge that the nurse checked and medically cleared Mike. The nurse didn't come in until after the court shenanigans. The nurse said she couldn't conduct an evaluation unless Mike sat up, so she didn't. Judge Grogan ordered the deputies to transfer Mike to the maximum security prison in Raleigh, North Carolina, because the Rockingham County Jail was not ADA accessible and they couldn't accommodate Mike. Grogan also put a $50,000 cash-only ransom on Mike. The central prison held Mike in isolation for 10 days and wouldn't let Mike contact the outside world. They refused his ADA requests and placed him on suicide watch. Mike was never charged with failure to appear, and the only charge he was and still is facing from Rockingham County is a bogus resist, delay, obstruct charge. As Mike has no record, and the only charge is a non-violent misdemeanor, it is illegal and a violation of the 8th Amendment for them to hold Mike in jail for any time, as the maximum sentence Mike could receive, if ruled guilty, is probation. Mrs. Justice took out a personal loan from the bank and had to go to 3 different branches to get enough cash to put in a backpack to pay the ransom. After 12 days incarceration in isolation, Rockingham County released Mike, but placed him on house arrest, preventing him from going anywhere except court, attorney visits, and doctor appointments. Why were the judge's actions so malicious and vindictive? Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. De Oppresso Liber.